Hell, SNA assassinator. Sorry about that. Like, I think I reached my limits on the first video of this review. And yeah, I made a second clip of the Friday Night SmackDown August 23rd edition, and as I was saying in the main event match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, like Kevin Owens and Willow Nightingale are the top two wrestlers that cannot be suplexed off the top rope. It's extremely impossible. But yeah, this is where we got Kevin Owens. They hit a big right hand repeatedly right into the right side, and then he followed it up with a big elbow. This is where then he brought up on the top rope. He hits a frog splash right onto Grayson Waller. This is where he finally tags in his partner, which was the American Nightmare, current WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. This is where we got Grayson Waller tags. This is where then he hit his comeback moves onto the Air Ganassi along with his tag partner, the mayor of A-Town. No, I'll say not yet. It was Cody Rhodes. I mean, it was Grayson Waller first. Hit a disaster kick. As a matter of fact, Austin Theory was just sitting right into the bottom right side, not trying to get involved. I guess he's trying to give a taste of Waller in his own medicine of being a good friend, of returning him a favor until he decided to grab onto Cody's leg and stop having fun and taking this tag team match seriously, tripping his leg over face first. He trying to throw him face first right on the Allen announce table until he gets countered and gets thrown face first instead. That's where we got. That's where then we got Cody Rhodes try to come in, try to fly back in the ring, and trying to be like if he's Superman. And I was like now's not the time. Like maybe you should wait afterwards. Like even if you really can fly, like it's not a good idea to do it when you're still in the middle of the match, especially you're the legal man. Maybe you could show this surprise right after the show in the post match while celebrating. Like if or when you can win with Owens. But this is where we got Grayson Waller came in, hits a rolling flatliner on Nightmare. This is where he tried to go for a pin. Rough count to 1, rough count to 2. But this is where Cody immediately kicked out 2.2 because he had no, not going to kick out. I mean, he's not going to easily going to lose with a move like that. It has to be something that's the most powerful move and the protected move. Remember me, the guy you always beat? And then I was like, yeah, like, of course, like, yeah, of course he remembers you, like, because, yeah, he's in the same show as you. And and you're right, he always beats him. Which Kevin Owens was like, you're really going to give me a reminder right here, right there? And I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, I was like, excuse me, like while you're look like you're complimenting him in a sarcastic way when you're not doing any favors for yourself by taunting Kevin Owens like this. I just want him to beat you more and more. Just like he did on that Sunday Night Stunner match, which I'm not going to stop talking about because this was my first WWE attendees of watching the show, like in attendance, I should say. Yeah. But yeah, Kevin Owens was beating the hell out of him. He did, and he did it tonight. But I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. This is where we got Austin Theory. They went back and try to do more of his beating onto the American Nightmare. And this is where fans start chanting for Cody, like, let's go, Cody. Clap, 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 clap. Let's go, Cody. This is where it gets Irish whip right to the bottom corner turnbuckle. Getting spine first is where Austin Theory started continuing his taunts right onto to Kevin Owens. And this is where Kevin Owens like, come on, fans, get more louder. Like, I want to hear y'all giving me the spirit. This is where then Austin Theory then hit back first right onto Cody. This is where he got him in a sleeper hold. This is where we got Grayson Waller to try to trip over right onto Kevin Owens, like how Austin did to Cody early. But this is where he scared him off, like how Cody did, but more going closer to him and confronting him about it. This is where we got Austin Theory to try to go for a back suplex. This is where it ended up being a dud because he only got a 2.3 count out of it. This is where Austin Theory was very ticked off about. This is where he was like, oh, come on, that should have been 3. And this is where he was like, all right, no matter. Like, I got one other move at the ace up my sleeve. This is where then he tried to go for it, but this is where Cody, well, it was just nothing but a boring old sleeper. Like, and this is where he hits a forearm right in the back of Cody. This is where, but he ends up going for a headlock. He tags in Grayson Waller. This is where we got. This is where then we go. This is where we got them double Irish whipping Cody. This is where they bow their heads down. But this is where Cody Rhodes hits their heads with that that very forbidden kick right into their heads, both equally. Well, like once with the right, with only with the right leg. First was with Austin Theory, then was Grayson Waller. Like, and yeah, that was a big mistake of A-Town Down Under, bowing their heads way before like Cody was heading their way. This is where we got Austin Theory must got some triggering off after getting hit in the head because he angrily tried to clothesline Cody Rhodes out of the ring, but he gets the ropes pulled down from him. This is where he did the same with Grayson Waller. Cody Rhodes didn't get the hot tag to Kevin Owens. This is where he just immediately ran right onto first Grayson Waller, then eventually Austin Theory right in the right side. This is where then he hits the running senton. On top of that, this is where then he goes to do the same right on the Waller as well. This is where Kevin Owens like, yeah, like who wants to see me fight? And this is where then fans like we do. And this is where he throws Grayson Waller in because he immediately was the because he immediately got tagged in by Austin Theory right before Cody tags in Kevin. This is where then we got Kevin Owens then hit cannonball right onto Austin Theory to take care of him, so he won't meddle with him after trying to put away Grayson Waller. This is where he got Grayson Waller laying right to the bottom right side of the turnbuckle. This is where Kevin Owens hit the cannonball right on the arrogant Ozzy. He followed that up with his other signature move, which I believe was the Swanton Bomb, I believe that he hit. Yeah. And he would have gotten away with that sooner if it wasn't for that meddling mayor of A-Town, I guess, the mayor from A-Town, let me rephrase that. And yeah, this is where luckily Cody Rhodes was there. He hits the crossroads right onto him. This is where he sends him out into the left side. This is where we got Grayson Waller and Kevin was back in the ring by themselves. Because Grayson Waller forcefully pushed Cody out of there in the left side. This is where he's like, get out of my ring, Mike. And then this is where then he turns around. This is where he forgets Kevin's right behind him. Kevin was like, come on, like I know right, I got you right where I wanted. Right when he was trying to attempt to go for the stunner, seemed like that move started to be like the pop-up power bomb was at the status of ever since that. Kevin Owens been using the stunner under his arsenal for the last 5 years. This is where he tried to go for it, but this is where we got Grayson Waller flips him over and hit the most devastating move in all professional wrestling. But it didn't entirely was a dud because I think he did got a guaranteed stunner, but I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. This is where once the surprise roll up was not right there to hit right onto Kevin Owens. This is where we got Kevin Owens hit a super kick. This is where then he saw the left side of the ring. This is where Kevin Owens like, you want to see me do it like I did last week? And then and this is where then he hits a pop-up power bomb, the end of the match. They get the 1, 2, 3, and I was like, this is the second straight week in a row that he won with that maneuver. I'm very appreciative that he's finally getting a win with his the finishing maneuver that he's been using ever since he came to WWE, which is the pop-up power bomb. But it seems like he's going back to his old roots, and I'm not sure if that's for the good or for the opposite. Let me know in the comments down below about that, but it did help him and Cody got the win. And and I'm so hyped about this match. We could see a totally different Kevin Owens at the pay-per-view premium live, but with them sowing the seeds, like whether if they're planning on turning them into a heel or not. But either way, they start hyping things up on all the matches, which 5 of them were confirmed, I believe. Yeah, it was Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. It was Randy Orton versus Gunther. The Judgment Day. In Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Dirty Dominic Mysterio take on the Terror Twins of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, and then we also got Bianca Belair and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn gonna be fighting for the women's tag team championships. And what's the 5th match that was gonna be on the contest? It was Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. That's what the other match. In the strap match, that's what the other match, yeah. But let me know all about what's your predictions in comments. Next Friday, I will share mine. Just wait and see. That's where like Kevin Owens was about to hit Cody Rhodes with the belt, the way he was holding on to it with his arms, like with him picking it last week, but he gave it right into his midsection, the torch. And Kevin Owens was like, yeah, but you can come back anytime with a fight. Like, I'll never get bored beating the hell out of you losers. And this is where Cody Rhodes was like, okay, like I don't know, like how did he get like I better be careful with Kevin. Like, I better not get in his bad side. Like, despite fighting him in this match at Bash in Berlin, but let's hope it's going to be a friendly competition. This is where they raise each other's hands, give a big hug to close out the show in a very satisfying, with a satisfying ending at this time. But let me know in the comments section right down below what your thoughts onto this. Do you think they're potentially going to turn Kevin Owens heel, or this is just all just an elaborate ruse to see something else happening during the contest? And would you love to see Kevin going back as a heel, or are they too much of a fan favorite to be a babyface right now? Let me know in the comments down below onto that note. But I'll say, don't get me wrong, even if he did turn back into a heel, I would I wouldn't turn him from being a fan of turn on him to be a fan. Turn on him as a fan, like for two reasons. One, like he's genuinely a great performer and he loves to fight and he does a very successful job doing so. And on that note, and secondly, that'll make me a hypocrite of me being a fan of him for over the past few years, like of just turning on him, like just because he turns heel, like that won't make any sense. That's 2 + 2 = potatoes. Like, so yeah. Like, I would still genuinely be a fan of him in some capacity. It's like, but I'm just hoping that Cody Rhodes just retains his championship. But at the same time, let's hope that everybody is happy at the end of the day on what's the outcome's going to be, like, and what story they have to tell on the night. And it seems like it's more like what's the outcome that's more of a concerning point, like rather than being the outcome of the storyline rather than the match finish, like who's going to walk out as the undisputed WWE championship. But you're going to see that might be in the next 8 nights. Let me rephrase that. Well, it's going to be night in Berlin, Germany, I should say. While over here in America, it will be the daytime still. So I'll say, yeah, maybe it will be days when that happens. But let me know in the comments who you predicting, because next Friday on the August 30th episode edition of the Go Home edition of Friday Night SmackDown before Bash in Berlin, I'm going to be predicting who's going to be the victorious and who's going to be the one that's going to be losing. But wait and tune in until to see and see who's going to be the winners of the. I mean, let me know in the comment. But wait until you see I do so, and let me know on that time in the comments me on these predictions, or do you have your own opinions in mind? But yeah, that was it for SmackDown tonight, and let me know in the comments below what's your thoughts on how they did the show. I think it was a little too predictable, but in a very